when it comes to the ring and when I'm in the ring, it stops. All the nervousness and tension, it stops. Because I'm facing reality, and I'm not, in the locker room thinking about, oh man, this guy's a killer, else suppose this happened or this happened, else I'm gonna do this. Well, as soon as I get in the ring, it's a whole different story. I'm the killer then.
So I'm in prison, I'm talking to one of my friends, and he told me that another friend of mine owed him money and he never paid him. And he said if he doesn't pay me, I'm gonna sell his cars for horses, for animals. They got leopards, they got tigers. I said, man, you think you can get me one? He said, yeah, man, that'd be so cool if you had a tiger driving in your car when you have one of your Ferraris and you have a tiger sitting with you. That'd be so cool. I said, well, try to get me one. Next thing I knew, I had 3 of them when I came out of prison.
He had one cat that he left on the basketball court, and Mike would get in the cage with this tiger. What the tiger would do is pace the length of the basketball court, and he'd check him out, size him up, and then he would stop and just stare at him for a minute. And the minute Mike would move, then he would raise back up, and then he would slowly start to pace again. I started noticing Mike do the same thing.
I was confident that I was gonna be champion again.
Well, you can't begin to understand Holyfield 2 without looking at Holyfield 1. King had basically set up a line of ducks for him to regain his title with, non-entities like Bruce Seldon, Frank Bruno, who was petrified of Mike, lost the fight before he even got in the ring. Mike really should not have fought Holyfield at that point in his comeback, but Don King didn't care because he didn't care about Mike.
Professional fighter has got to learn how to hit and not get hit, at the same time be exciting. That's what professional boxing is about. You got to be clever, you got to be smart, and not get hit. And when you're able to do this, you're a fighter.
Cuss never would have let him fight Holyfield at that point. He would have had him, get some more bouts under his belt. But in that fight, Mike told me, I think it was like in the second round or something, he got headbutted by Holyfield and was blacked out for the next 8 rounds. Basically fought on instinct. In fact, when the fight was called, he turned to his corner, he thought he'd won. That's how out of it he was.
He just fought a better fight, that's all it is. There's no big story about it or nothing.
I met Mike when I just turned 19. Mike had a press conference, and my parents took me to the press conference. Don King knew my father and knew that he had a lot of connections in Philadelphia.
First time I ever saw, I said, yo, who's that? And then I remember the people that work for me said, yo, just don't mess with her, leave her alone, she's not for you.
He was very shy. He hardly gave me any eye contact, and I was kind of shy too, and I didn't really give him any eye contact. It was really awkward, but it was thrilling at the same time. And then I was like wondering if I'd ever see him again.
Then one day they came to my house, her and her parents.
I don't want my parents to know I'm like excited to see him because I'm 19 now and he's 29.
We stayed with Mike, and him and Kiki were like just 2 kids, just everywhere Kiki went, Mike went.
It was just something really sweet and endearing about him, and it was just, I felt comfortable with him.
And of course, I kissed her, and after that, she teased me. She's a big tease.
We kissed that night, and that was it.
He said, they seem like they like each other. I said, well, yeah, he's like a big brother. And he said, I don't think it's that kind of like.
It just organically evolved into something.
Hey. I don't know about all this stuff. Where do you get this stuff for me falling in love?
I was like in love with him. It was crazy.
And then all of a sudden he said, well, you know what? I think maybe we should revisit the idea of Kiki going to Italy.
I went off to Italy, and Mike always teases. He was like, yeah, your parents sent you away to Italy to get away from me.
It may appear that maybe she was being sent away, but nah, that was never the case.
She went to Europe. We didn't see each other for a couple of years.
I'm living in Florence, Italy, and I heard that he got married, and I felt crushed. You know, I mean, it wasn't like we had like a serious relationship. We weren't even intimate at that time. But, you know, my dreams of being with this person were shattered because I still had like hope in my head that, you know, one day we'd be together.
At this time, I wasn't in a relationship with Monica. We had a relationship before we went to prison, but it wasn't like she was my girlfriend, I was her boyfriend. We just were friends, we had a relationship. And then when I went to prison, we became more acquainted, more of a couple than we did when we were outside in the world.
Monica visited him in jail often. Monica stood by his side.
She was very supportive, and plus I liked her. You know, once you have a baby, you can't leave them out cold. So we had 2 babies, so we decided to get married.
I was with him when he married Monica. At that particular time, Amir, which is Mike's oldest son, was a baby. Raina and Amir. And of course, his adopted daughter that Monica had, Gina.
Domestic bliss was not in his DNA. So he had a house for her, and he had children with her, but he also had a whole other life.
I wanted to make this work, but I knew deep in my heart, Mike, you're a pig. This not gonna work out well, and I don't know. I wish I didn't hurt her feelings.
Boxing got a black eye in Las Vegas last night.
It wasn't so much a heavyweight championship fight as it was a championship bite.
Mike Tyson was disqualified for biting Evander Holyfield's ears.
He bit the shit out of him. It's okay, it's factual. I mean, a street fight is a street fight.
Holyfield kept headbutting him, and Mike just snapped. People don't realize that's normal in the streets.
I was a spoiled kid, and things didn't go my way. I was pissed off about it, so I guess I bit his ear because he was headbutting me.
When he couldn't get to Holyfield, he took some swings at a police officer trying to control the crowd.
Saturday night was the worst night of my professional career as a boxer.
Tyson is temporarily suspended from boxing.
To the people that expect more from Mike Tyson, to forgive me for snapping in the ring.
Tyson's nervous plea for forgiveness comes after repeated calls to ban him from the ring.
What do you expect to do? Suppose you were in my situation. I'm tired of people taking advantage of me and trying to bully me around or trying to antagonize me. I don't have nobody to defend me. I have only myself. I have nobody but me and my family. Who do you have?
Nevada authorities have handed him a stiff penalty.
Tyson's penalty is the stiffest in the history of sport. The commission fined Tyson $3 million and jerked his license to box.
A ton of shit came down, but it wasn't nothing I couldn't handle. I took care of it.
There's nothing wrong with me. I'm not going to bite anybody's ears. You see that I'm devastated from the fact that this happened, and I'm at your guys' mercy. Please don't torture me any longer, sir.
Yeah, I thought it might not happen, but my ego told me I'm the best fighter in the world. How could they not give me a license? But deep down inside, I was saying, wait, I might not get that.
There are only a few punishments greater than being denied the right to earn a living. A large portion of a man's dignity and self-respect comes from the work he does. Mike knows boxing is what he is good at. I believe this commission knows that as well. Let this young man earn a living. Give him a chance to redeem himself in the ring. I, Muhammad Ali, ask that you give Mike the right to fight again.
We have 4 votes, yes, and 1 no. Motion carries.
I was happy I was able to fight. That was a good feeling. That was my life. That was my life. Fighting was my life.